Will employers face penalties for failing to pay overtime under the FLSA? In recent days, many people are asking about the consequences for employers who do not pay overtime as required by the Fair Labor Standards Act. This topic is gaining attention as employees and employers alike seek clarity on their rights and responsibilities. The Fair Labor Standards Act is a federal law that establishes rules for minimum wage, overtime pay, and other employment standards. Under this law, most employees are entitled to receive overtime pay at a rate of 1.5 times their regular pay for hours worked over 40 in a work week. This applies to most non-exempt workers, including many employees in the restaurant and service industries. If an employer fails to pay overtime as mandated, they can face serious legal actions. The Department of Labor is responsible for enforcing the Fair Labor Standards Act. When violations are identified, the Department of Labor can require employers to pay back wages owed to employees. Additionally, employers may be required to pay liquidated damages. This means they could owe up to double the amount of unpaid wages if the case goes to court. For repeated or willful violations, the Department of Labor can impose civil monetary penalties. As of July 2025, the maximum penalty for each violation is $2,515. These penalties are adjusted annually to discourage employers from breaking the law. Recent updates from the Department of Labor clarify that, in administrative proceedings, the agency will no longer demand liquidated damages during early settlement discussions. However, liquidated damages remains available if the case goes to litigation. In summary, employers who do not pay overtime as required by the Fair Labor Standards Act risk having to pay back wages, liquidated damages, and civil penalties. The law is enforced by the Department of Labor, and violations can be costly for employers. This is a critical time for both employees and employers to understand their rights and obligations under the Fair Labor Standards Act.